So let's hope it's not getting too dark, guys. This is just the first trial of the new mic because, as you might know, when you mount a phone on a gimbal, then you need to put it against the motor, and so it's not so easy if you have to plug in any mic in the USB-C, because smartphones right now, they don't have anymore the mic jack. And so I got myself this DJI Mic Nano Mini. I don't know what is the correct name. Anyway, it's a super teeny tiny one. Here you can see it, and this one talks directly to the phone, so you don't need to connect a receiver anymore, which is really freeing yourself. And I think it's the solution for when we have to do some recording via gimbal. So let's see together how it works and if it's worth it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and today, I'm going around with my gimbal. It's a Hohem iSteady M7, and I finally have on top of my phone, yes, the variable and the filter and this mic, which is super teeny tiny and talks directly to the phone, so you don't need a receiver anymore. Of course, with the receiver it has more flexibility, probably also more nuances. I don't know, because I'm looking at the framing here in the additional monitor that the gimbal has, and it seems overexposed, but I know that this is not what the phone sees because they don't talk to one another. And so basically I have to rely on the settings that I put on my phone before flipping it over, because I'm using the main camera. I don't want to use the selfie camera because it's something that I don't even want to consider, right? But today we're talking about the audio. So the audio from this very nice and small mic. It arrived in a little pouch. I will show you later on. Of course, the box is super tiny. There's a little pouch inside. There's a double USB to USB-C cable, so you can charge both the mic and the receiver. And then you have the mic, the jack, the cable for the jack to jack in case you're using it on a camera. But this is, to me, the mic to be used with the phone. And so let's see if I'm in the framing or not, because I only flipped the phone but I didn't get away the motor, and then I will have to double check the audio I'm getting out of it. I will anyway process the audio in Adobe Enhance, because I see that is freeing and liberating, even if you don't have professional mics. Like I used to have the Rode Wireless Go 2. That was probably the best mic I ever had. It had two transmitters for the same receiver, and it was saving a copy of the audio inside. So you had a backup copy of the audio. You can use as a float, whatever, 1000 beats, and I think that was the best resolution I had for the audio. But then I tried the audio on top of my Sony a7C Mark II, so the ones that talked directly to the camera via the hot shoe, and I got rid of them because it was too much battery consuming. And then eventually I switched to Holy Land, just because I found an offer for Holy Land for like 40, 45 or 50 bucks, everything including shipping and taxes. And then eventually the Holy Land, I know that I'm complaining only because I have to plug it in into my smartphone. And please note that also I have to upgrade the smartphone, because my old Motorola was just a crappy way of recording videos. So if you missed the episode, please find it up here. And now with this brand new one, which is ideally a better way of recording videos. Let's see, now I'm coming out from the shades, and the only thing that I regret is that there is no auto ISO on smartphones yet, because it is really connected to the automatic sorry, to the auto exposure that also affects the frames per second that you're using. And it is a compromise that I don't want to have, because I want to have the 180 rule for anything. Now it's a bit steep, bear with me because I'm going down and I'm in the woods. All right, now I got on a little beach here beside the lake. We are in close to Porlezza, so it's the top of the lake of Lugano in Switzerland. And as you can see, I'm super cool going around with just the gimbal, the phone, and the mic. So you don't need many things. This is a dream for a one lens only setting, because even easier than going around with just one camera, one glass, one mic, one tripod, batteries, whatever. You have a phone with plenty of space for recording, because this one has 512 gigs, so more than needed. And then of course the audio goes directly into the video, and it's stabilized, and you have the ND filter, so on and so forth. So it's a really a portable setting, and I'm happy because if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I was struggling for finding the right vlogging setup. I started with my DJI Action 2, but that tends to focus to infinite, so I was always out of focus. While right now with the smartphone, assuming the motor is not in the framing, I will only double check when I'm home, but this smartphone focuses on my face. He can track my face thanks to the AI in the gimbal, and it's far enough to have a nice framing. Otherwise it was too tight on my face the few times that I use the camera for vlogging. And then of course the mic, I will only know it when I go back home, but so far so good. We had the cut fur attached, and so I'm hoping that the wind does not get in. So guys, let me know down here in the comment if you have any questions about these mics. I think this is a good solution. DJI, they always make good products. I love them. They won my heart a few years ago when I was using the action cam, and they never let me down. So I'm also waiting for them to announce a new mirrorless cinema dedicated camera with the Sony sensor. So if you missed that episode, please also find it up here, guys. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the reviews to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye bye.